Hello there, YouTubers, and welcome back to this Fire Emblem Sacred Stones playthrough with me, the Jonin Monkey. Last time, the tutorial or script made a really stupid move, and now I finally got control back. I intend to correct it. Oh, and we're stopping a bunch of bandits that are destroying the countryside because we're good people. Anyway, you're now about to see the journeyman, aka Ross, in action. Now, like I said in the last part, these are trainee units, and they get a lot more of experience than most other units, but on the downside, they tend to be a lot weaker and do a lot less damage. But during these levels, it's best to just, even if it's just to, even for that small pathetic wound, he's got like a quarter of what it takes to get at a full level. So if you keep doing that until he reaches level 10, he has the potential to become a really great unit, so just keep working at him. And now we allow Franz to deliver the final blow. And he's got a vulnerary, yay! Those medicines aren't cheap, so it's useful to have them. And now we're going to visit the armory to pick up a few extra weapons. And as you can see here, the armory is run by the most cheerful guy on the planet. Doesn't he look like he's having the time of his life? Actually, he probably should be happy though, because this is the most business he's ever going to get. I mean, seriously, think about it. He's got a small armory set up there in the middle of nowhere, and who goes there on a regular basis? I mean, yeah, there are loads of bandits around there, but then, like Seth said in a few parts back, the knights usually take care of that most of the time, so no one really needs to buy weapons. I mean, never mind, it's just me overthinking too much again. Anyway, now having Vanessa rescue Garcia, which we could have done a few turns earlier if the tutorial hadn't done so stupid, but never mind. But yeah, this is how I would have done on it. It's the tutorial. What I would do is move Seth towards Vanessa, and then I would take him off him and drop him down there. You see, that's a pretty useful trick if you want to rescue someone, but then either heal them or talk to them in the same turn, rather than having to wait 2 turns and waste another minute's movement. And yeah, that stalemate is now given fans another level, and it was absolutely pointless because there was very few stats. And Gilliam is about to suffer the effects of my very badly planned move of putting a knight against... Sorry, putting a knight against an axe. You know, weapon triangle and that. And Garcia, you stole that kill! My units need experience, darn it! Yeah. To stop him doing that, we're now going to talk to him with Ross. And of course, his first response to his fatherly instinct is, "Don't worry about me, just get yourself to safety." And then, "You told me that fighters fight for what's important to them." I bet he's really regretting telling his son that. "Alright, we'll fight them together." Jesus, why did I tell him to learn that? I should have known saying stupid, overconfident stuff like that would always come back to bite me in the ass. Anyway, now we've got an iron sword. I'm going to equip that to Erika, pretty much because the rapier is an extremely useful weapon since it can be used against cavalry, and you only really... It's the only one you get, so you don't want to be continuously using it against bandits like this who could frankly be killed by any weapon. And an epic axe match, which ended in another stalemate. And yeah, the reason I'm being careful of that archer there is because archers are ranged units, but they also gain a special bonus, which is and whenever they're attacking winged units like Pegasus Knights and Wyvern Knights, the blow will definitely be fatal because the damage is pretty much doubled. Well, it has 12 extra points added to it, but you get my point. Basically, if you've got a winged unit, keep them the heck away from archers. There's only one type of unit that's an exception, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Now, poor Seth. I have no idea what to do with him. You see, although he's an incredibly strong unit, he eats experience points like crazy, and once you know that, you've really got no use for him. So for these few chapters, I'm just basically moving him around and waiting for something else to happen. And this doesn't look well good for Garcia. And the archer is irritatingly attacking people from a foot distance. Curse you, using your abilities to your advantage. Anyway, we're now going to move the units into position. And Mulder is healing Ross again, even though what he said to Ross in the last one was, Ross, please don't try not to harm yourself again. I bet he's thinking, okay, why do I bother? Look at him, hot arrogant youth. I should have known he wouldn't have just stayed still and not get injured. And Garcia is about to take his vengeance by smacking him on the head with an axe. Yeah, only in video games can you take an axe blow to the head and still live to deal some damage back. But, yeah, what are you going to do? It's video game logic. If you're going to complain about that, you might as well complain about Mario being able to survive lava. Oh, it depends on the game. I'll never mind. Anyway, anyway, we're now going to use Ross to weaken the cutthroat, as it says there. Actually, it's kind of strange. The unit type is called a brigand, although these units you never actually get to use in battle yourself. Although, what's actually pretty interesting is that in the last game, it always has the title of the army, so like Gardo, Monster, etc. And this time it's called Cutthroats. In the previous games, they're always just referred to as either bandits or brigands, which it's not that interesting, but it's something to take note of. And well, because you got me just constantly trying to make a decision to decide who I want to attack, it makes for a very dull playthrough, so. Oh yeah, probably in the next few parts I'll try and cut down moments like this when I'm trying to make a decision, because it's not very interesting to watch, and it forces me to try and desperately think of things to say. And I'm slowly running out of things to say. Oh, for God's sake, move on. Move on, seriously, move on! I cannot keep making that many jokes. Oh well. All I'm doing now is creating a wall and waiting for the enemies to come to me, so I can decide what to do about them next turn. And Erika's in a fort, which the forts are actually pretty useful places to hold their characters in, because it not only boosts the evasion, but it also heals that. It also heals HP on your turn. And yes, this is the boss, Bone. Great name. I don't know why he's chosen that name, in all honesty. Bone is it's probably the least intimidating name I've ever heard in my life. Plus, oh well. I see we're slowly running out of time, so join me in the next part where we finish off this boss and I continue making fun of Bone's name. See you then.